You didn't overspend on Amazon because you lack willpower. You overspent because Amazon spent billions of dollars engineering a system specifically designed to make you do exactly that. Here is the short version. Amazon Prime is not a shipping service. It is a psychological trap, one you paid $139 to walk into. The moment you become a Prime member, your brain switches modes. You stop asking, "Do I need this?" You start asking, "Am I getting my money's worth?" And that one shift in thinking, that small, nearly invisible change in how you frame every purchase, is worth hundreds of dollars a year to Amazon. But that's just the beginning, because underneath the membership fee, Amazon runs a pricing engine that changes product prices up to 2.5 million times per day, and a recommendation algorithm that knows your habits better than your closest friends. This is not convenience. This is a system. And once you understand how it works, you will never look at your cart the same way again. Think about your last few Amazon orders. You probably went on the site for one specific thing: a phone charger, a birthday gift, a pack of paper towels. And somehow, by the time you checked out, there were 4 other items in your cart. You're not alone in this. According to Consumer Intelligence Research Partners, the average Amazon Prime member spends about $1,170 per year on the platform. The average non-member? $570. Same products, same website, completely different spending behavior. Prime members don't buy more expensive items. They don't buy bigger quantities at once. They just buy more often, nearly twice as often. That is not a coincidence. That is the outcome of a system that was carefully designed to produce exactly that result. And the most uncomfortable part? Most people who overspend on Amazon genuinely believe they are saving money. They feel like smart shoppers. They feel like they are beating the system. They are not. Here is something Amazon understood before almost anyone else. The biggest barrier to buying something online isn't the price, it's the friction. The moment of hesitation when you see the shipping fee. The pause when you have to type in your credit card number. The small mental interruption that gives your brain time to ask, "Do I actually need this?" These moments of friction are actually doing you a favor. They are speed bumps your brain uses to evaluate a decision before it becomes a purchase. Amazon's entire business model, from Prime to one-click checkout to same-day delivery, is built around eliminating every single one of those interruptions. Because every time they remove a moment of hesitation, they increase the chance you complete the purchase. And you never feel pressured. You feel helped. That is what makes it so effective. The first mechanism is called the sunk cost effect. When you pay for something up front, like a $139 annual membership, your brain wants to justify that cost. It wants evidence that the money was well spent. This is not a conscious decision. It happens automatically. So when you're on Amazon and you see something mildly useful, something you might not have bought otherwise, your brain doesn't say, "Do I need this?" It says, "I already paid for the membership, so this purchase is basically free." The shipping feels free. The convenience feels free. So the product itself feels almost free. This is why a 2021 study published in the Journal of Consumer Behavior found that Prime membership programs actually increase impulsive buying behavior, not because members are reckless spenders, but because the membership gives them a false sense that they are making financially responsible choices. The researchers called it a paradox. People who believe they are in control of their spending become the most vulnerable to impulsive purchases inside the Prime ecosystem. You feel disciplined. You are spending more. Mia is 29 years old. She lives in Denver, Colorado, and works as a marketing coordinator at a mid-sized tech company. She makes a decent salary. She tracks her budget. She is not careless with money. She signed up for Amazon Prime 3 years ago for a specific reason. She was ordering a lot of items for a home renovation project, and the free shipping made obvious financial sense. The renovation ended months later. She kept the membership because by then, Amazon had become her default. When she needed shampoo, she went to Amazon. When she needed batteries, Amazon. When she needed a birthday gift for a coworker she barely knew, Amazon. And every time she opened the app, something interesting happened. Amazon showed her things she hadn't thought to look for. A kitchen organizer she'd been meaning to buy for a year. A book she had seen on someone's Instagram. A cable that fit an old charger she'd lost. None of these were urgent. All of them ended up in her cart. One evening, Mia sat down and pulled up her Amazon order history for the past 12 months. She counted 34 orders. She tried to remember how many of those she had planned in advance. She got to 7 before the list started to blur. 27 purchases she hadn't planned to make. Across 34 orders, she had spent $1,340 that year. She had thought she was spending maybe $600. She was off by $740. And she had used Prime the entire time, feeling like a smart, efficient shopper. Here is the layer that most people never think about. Amazon doesn't just wait for you to search for something. It actively works to create the desire to buy. Every time you visit the site, the recommendation algorithm is analyzing your behavior. Not just what you buy, what you look at, how long you spend on a product page, what you add to your cart and then remove, what you search for but don't purchase. Amazon feeds all of this data into a model that predicts what you are likely to want next, sometimes before you realize it yourself. The frequently bought together section. The customers who viewed this also viewed list. The based on your recent history recommendations. These are not random suggestions. They are targeted interventions designed to surface the items you are most statistically likely to purchase. And the system keeps getting more accurate the more you use it. This is why Amazon generated approximately 35% of its total revenue from its recommendation engine alone, according to McKinsey research cited in multiple industry analyses. 1 in $3 Amazon earns comes from its algorithm pointing you towards something you didn't know you wanted. But there is another layer to this. Amazon doesn't just show you things you might want. It shows them to you at the right moment. Their research has found that the highest conversion moment, the moment you are most likely to buy, is immediately after completing a purchase. Your brain is already in buying mode. Your credit card is already mentally unlocked. The resistance that normally slows you down is temporarily lowered. So the customers who bought this also bought section appears right there on your order confirmation screen. The algorithm knows exactly what that moment looks like in your brain, and it fills that window with products you are statistically most likely to add to your next order. Here is the second mechanism, and this one is something most people have never heard of. Amazon changes prices on its products approximately 2.5 million times per day. That is not a typo. 2.5 million individual price changes. Every 10 minutes on average, the price of a product you might be looking at has been recalculated by an algorithm. The algorithm looks at your browsing behavior. If you have looked at a product multiple times without buying, the price may drop slightly to push you toward a purchase. If demand for an item is rising, the price goes up before you realize it's going up. If a competitor briefly runs out of stock, Amazon's algorithm detects that and adjusts its price upward while the competition is temporarily gone. Traditional brick-and-mortar retailers like Walmart change prices roughly 50,000 times per month. Amazon does 2.5 million in a single day. This means the price you saw this morning may not be the price you see this afternoon. And the system is designed so that you almost never know whether you're getting a good deal or not. That sense of urgency, I should grab this now before the price changes, is not an accident. It is a feature. Let's zoom out for a moment. Amazon Prime is now active in more than 200 million households worldwide. In the United States alone, roughly 2/3 of all American households have a Prime membership. Amazon captures nearly 40% of all US e-commerce spending. That is not just market share. That is a structural shift in how Americans spend money. And the membership model is the engine of that shift. When you pay $139 a year for Prime, you don't just gain access to fast shipping. You anchor your default shopping behavior to one platform. You stop comparing prices against other retailers as often. You stop going to Target or Walmart for the same items. Every category of your life, household goods, electronics, groceries through Whole Foods, prescriptions through Amazon Pharmacy, gradually gets pulled into the same ecosystem. Amazon calls this the flywheel. You use Prime, which gives you reasons to stay on Amazon longer. Staying longer gives Amazon more data about you. More data makes recommendations more accurate. More accurate recommendations make you buy more. Buying more justifies keeping the membership. Keeping the membership means you use Amazon more. Each part of the system feeds the next. And here is the critical detail about how this flywheel locks you in. Studies show that once someone has been a Prime member for more than 2 years, their likelihood of canceling drops to nearly zero. Not because the product keeps getting better, because the switching cost becomes invisible. Your browsing history is there. Your saved addresses are there. Your purchase records are there. Your Alexa device is connected to it. Your Whole Foods discounts run through it. Leaving would mean starting over everywhere, so most people never leave. And the person at the center of the flywheel, the one making more and more purchases they didn't fully plan, is you. Here is the counterintuitive insight that most people miss entirely. Amazon Prime is one of the most studied examples of what behavioral economists call pre-commitment to spending. When you pay for a subscription, you create a psychological obligation to use the service. The standard assumption is that this drives smart, deliberate purchasing because you're motivated to extract value from what you paid for. The research says the opposite. The Journal of Consumer Behavior study found that Prime members who scored highest on self-control measures, people who felt most confident in their spending discipline, were actually the most likely to make impulsive purchases on Amazon. The feeling of being in control made them less vigilant. It lowered their guard. The people who thought they had the system figured out were the most susceptible to it. There is a name for this in psychology: the licensing effect. When your brain believes you've done something responsible, like paying for a membership to save on shipping, it gives you implicit permission to relax your guard on the next decision. You feel like you've earned the right to spend a little freely. Amazon didn't discover this by accident. They built a product that activates it on purpose. Here is what is worth sitting with. Amazon Prime is not a bad product. The shipping is fast. The video content is real. The convenience is genuine. But convenience is not free. It has a price that never shows up on your invoice. The price is attention. The price is behavioral drift. The price is the slow, nearly invisible process of having your purchasing decisions made by an algorithm before you've consciously decided to buy anything. Here is how you know it's working. If you've ever found yourself adding an item to your cart simply because it was only $8 more for free shipping, you were not making a spending decision. You were completing a transaction the algorithm had already planned. If you've ever felt a low-level urge to check Amazon without having anything specific in mind, you weren't browsing. You were behaving exactly as the product was designed to make you behave. You think you're using Amazon. Amazon is using you. Not in a malicious way. In a very precise, very researched, very expensive engineering way. The system was not designed to make you feel manipulated. It was designed to make you feel like you're in control, because people who feel in control stop questioning their choices. That is the most effective kind of influence, the kind you never recognize as influence at all.